We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Okay, break.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, watch the ball,
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Hurts to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 22. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Johnson is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Well, Charles, clearly they wanted to send a message there and impose their will. They score on their opening possession on a drive comprised entirely of rushing the football.
Message sent. I don't know that the team on the other side of the field wanted to receive it, but what a statement on their opening drive. Just run it all the way downfield, no passes. That absolutely sets the tone that they're going to be physical in this game.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, Everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down. The tight end in motion right. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike line. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Out to his left. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Switch. Check the backer.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Being chased out left. Looking here for Smith downfield. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's see what you got. Check 26. Hey. Check flip. Undercut.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Flacco looks to throw. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 41. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions. Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play. Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
60 Eagles. Let's go, D. 57 to Mike. 57.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Hurts throws complete to Goddard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Sanders. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Steps away. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Quan Alexander. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down, as you said, in the red zone. Definitely going to cost them 3 points.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Flacco's throw going to be caught by Davis. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Well, backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Flacco's throw here into the hands of Moore. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Barring a flag, final play here for Flacco and company. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they start the second half with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Johnson again. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, A loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
His pass caught at the 4. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now this likely a must-have, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Hurts will throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Fielded right around the 8. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Flacco to throw here on 3rd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. How about this? Flacco setting to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Flacco's throw there complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jets have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On first down, Hurts. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 57.
Throwing is Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Grant Calcaterra, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll try and throw for it. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they can't connect. Incomplete. That stops the clock with 3 seconds left, so probably one final play here in the second quarter, barring a penalty. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And you and I, we just looked at each other and kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out. And that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off. and took advantage of every opportunity in this one.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we've got an AFC East matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Number ready?
50 seconds. Here we go, D. It's just me and you.
Ready, go.
On play action, here's Tua. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
57 is the max.
Ready, go.
Play action, now it's Tua. He'll buy some time right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. In motion right is Wilson.
You can't block me.
Let's go.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. but we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Johnson again, and Johnson works his way in. Touchdown, Jets. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Jets take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and now it's second down.
Set. Red 38. Sit. Mega. Yellow.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Slice blue.
To throw again on second down. Tua. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. This is intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
But they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Flacco. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Carter. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Running from the gun, Johnson. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, was strictly the run game.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. James Robinson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. In motion, Hill.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
2 and now on first down. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
57's the mark. Mark 57. Oh, here we go. Oh.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Another try after the first down sack. Tua, he sets to fire deep. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jetsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 2nd and 11 now. Flacco forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Eluding the pressure right. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 10, Flacco dancing to his left. He finds Wilson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
But give up the middle to Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Flush to his right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Flacco. A throw to the flat for Carter. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Tua sets up to pass it. And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And going deep for Hill. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by DJ Reed.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. I mean, what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will get into the end zone. So a perfect finish to the half. They get the touchdown on the final play, and 2 more for good measure. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Passing play. Flacco.
He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now a handoff. Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Flacco. Flushed out right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here up near the 40.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
57's Mike.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
John Franklin Myers picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball.
And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 2nd and 9, Flacco. And he will find Davis. That's complete. Room here to run. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. From up here in the booth, looked like he started to make his cut into the middle of the field right as that ball was being released. That's how you draw it up.
Exactly how you draw it up, but you don't often get that result because that means absolute confidence from both the receiver and the quarterback to know both will be in the spot they're supposed to be.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
Robinson again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. Robinson will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson to about the 40-yard line. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Flacco. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 37.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Up the middle, Johnson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. And he will get into the end zone, so the lead stretches from 9 up to 11. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ready. 60 red.
2 to throw.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. And I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the New York Jets and the Cleveland Browns. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Cleveland. And they're going to mark that where it went. Out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. David Bell from 13 yards out. And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Flacco and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for them.
And all the way in. and turns. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. New York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing again on second down. Flacco. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 43-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And room there to work it inside the 25. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. His throw incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down and 2.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On fourth down, Watson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Flacco's throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw.
He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Here's Flacco.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Flacco will take to the air again. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive killer of a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinnen Williams able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Second down and goal. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Out of the gun, Watson eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this fourth down field goal try for the Browns.
From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Flacco right back to work after the pick six. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
13 yards on the return there after a punt of 57.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Browns drive about to get started.
And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.